Buddy, an amazing part about the Northland is that we are so lucky to have a number of talented artists who use all types of mediums to create and display their work.
I think that includes us three, perhaps. We're going to try it out here. Recently, we got to head over to the Duluth Art Institute studio and education spaces over in Lincoln Park. We tested out our own painting abilities.
In any of the workshops I do, I just want people to have some fun and experiment.
Yeah, it's
cool.
cool.
Particularly with a new material, you shouldn't be fixated on the end object. If you're fixated on the end object, you're missing out on the process. And the process, to me, is where that creative thinking comes from.
This is one of the few places that really supports artists having a place to create, and we don't have a lot of those opportunities in Duluth. So we work with youth all the way through artists that are very well established.
Well, we're going to play with Echolina watercolors. They're a liquid watercolor. They've been around since 1930 because they're just easy to play with. And it's a great way it's a gateway to kind of get you hooked onto art.
Perfect gateway paint.
So that's a gateway paint.
That's what I need.
So we're going to do that. So all I did right here is I just put a little water on that. And you can see.
It's going to light up. Oh.
So it's a capillary action. It's just following that water line, right? So this is one way to get started. I'm mostly an abstract painter, but there's all kinds of different materials to play with today.
Are you doing the spray? Oh yeah, look at that little side spray.
Hit it with the spray.
Hit it with the spray.
I'm just gonna hit it with a bunch of...
No, whoa!
Sorry about that. I got it.
Briggs is getting real abstract.
Yeah, abstract onto the table. I don't know how he got his sprays to be a little bit more spray-like.
Yeah, that's a good spray.
Mine are just kind of globby, but that's okay.
Open studios for the Watercolor Society, and then open studio opportunities for teens. And Wednesday nights and one other time during the week, during the day, we have open studio for artists to just pop in and connect and network and learn from each other.
Use my hands.
Oh, yeah.
There he is. He's into it now. Now another thing you can do is add a tempera paint over the top. So then, if we take and pull this,
Kind of give it a texture.
gives it a little bit more texture. So now we can we picked up that paint, now we move that paint around. So we kind of have an instant landscape, right?
Oh, I love it.
They call it the inner workings of my mind.
Looks like a mess.
You'd be right, Keith.
How do I make these blend a little better?
So you can give it a little spritz, and then you can use one of the blending brushes like this, or
Thank you, sir.
might want to. So you would kind of fluff it. I don't know if that makes much sense.
Okay.
You
That's
don't
kind
want to pull the color back and forth. Some people will go one way or another. It depends on the effect that you want. Now we're going to do this with the palette knife again. This is going to reveal some really neat texture in the color as we go down through it. So another technique, get a really fabulous type of imagery with very little effort.
That's my kind of painting right there.
Do you think if I put this up for sale that someone would buy it?
The art market is such that you very well could.
Oh,
Wow.
all right.
Not all of us are going to be the best artists, or we're not even maybe going to make a living.
Yeah.
But you have to evaluate why you're doing it. I mean, you do it because you get some other kinds of benefit out of it.
Yeah.
And it's not always a tangible thing, but it's reflected in your lifestyle, in your calmness. And this is a meditative process, too.
It is very relaxing.
It should be. So that creative process, regardless of whether you sell it, is so critical to our daily life.
Well, a huge thank you to Keith, I believe, taking shots at both of your guys' artwork. Keith, what's going on?
Keith behind the cameras even put a little graphic saying Briggs made another mess.
I know. I think he's referring to my pizza drop and my pie drop and now my paint splatter all over the table. I felt bad.
That's tough.
Anything with the P, probably.
Yeah.
But beauty and garbage, I think, are in the eye of the beholder. That's kind of how that goes. So whatever that was,
You're right.
you know, it's up to you to decide.
It's up for the folks at home to decide. Here's what I'll say. I think I had a vision in mind when I started, but then when you get things on the paper, you go, okay, I'm going to go this route and this route. It still didn't end up exactly how I wanted to,
Yeah.
but I had fun in the process.
Yeah.
I really liked the sprinkling you were doing.
Thank
It
you.
looked like a bunch of cool sprinkles. You know?
like a
Technical
sprinkling.
term for it, yeah, I think.
Like,
both of yours.
like running through a little sprinkler.
Yeah, exactly. In the summertime, you know?
Oh my
That
gosh.
is really good.
I know. I think going off of what you said too, it's so nice to have a plan and then be okay with changing the plan as you go, because as they were saying, create without fear.
Yeah.
That's a big part of the artistic process that I think those of us, especially without much art experience,
Yes.
need to adopt as we go into this.
And here's the other thing too. It sounds like the Duluth Art Institute has a lot of educational classes and
Yeah.
chances for beginners like us to take like pottery and other painting ability type classes. So be sure to check them out. We're gonna have them in our social media and our website. Hey, coming up, I have an exciting announcement to make. Can't wait to share it here on Northern Life.